Moment of the game, James. It's the one-footed three fall away by Luka.
That's Houdini right there.
That is.
But you had him all boxed up, wrapped up, tied up, but he still got out of it and knocked a step back three off of one leg. That's Houdini.
There's a lot of ups in there, huh? Tied up, wrapped up.
Messed up.
You just knew it was going in too, didn't you?
And he did.
Luka's 45 were the most he scored in a Laker uniform. He's speaking with Mike in the media.
Yeah, Luka, from a team perspective, you knew it was going to be a challenge without some, key front court guys for you against this Bucks team. But where did you feel like the difference in the game was ultimately?
I think for them it was too easy to score. I think they were just scoring all around. We couldn't stop them. So I think it was defensive end for sure.
JJ mentioned just how comfortable you looked no matter what the coverage was that Milwaukee was giving you. What were you seeing, and how did you get into that rhythm that you got in?
Yeah, I mean, it was okay, but nothing matters if we lose the game. So, in the end of the day, it's a team sport, and we got to be all together. And whatever somebody do, it's great. At the end of the day, you got to win. So, we didn't do that tonight.
Luka, izvanredna tvoja igra, 45 poena, 11 skokova, 3 asistencije. Prvi put s Lakersima preko 40 poena. A šta kažeš za utakmicu večeras? Kakvi su tvoji utisci?
Slabi. Kako sam rekao, ovo nije individualan sport, ovo je timski sport, tako da na kraju dana trebaš pobediti da bude dobro. Tako da danas nije bilo to i trebamo mnogo da napravimo da pobedimo.
Sad je back to back sa Denverom, znači 24 sata do sutra.
Da.
Kako ćete se pripremati i da li pomaže što znaš Nikolu Jokića i šta da se očekuje tamo?
Pa da, tamo je uvijek teško da igram. Uvijek teško igrati pod njega. Tako da bit će zanimljivo, ali treba se, kako se kaže, recovery. Tako da to je jedino što treba sad.
Luka, Austin just told us that the message from JJ in the locker room was like everything was fine a week ago, like kind of to, I don't know if it was intended to calm you guys down or to give you guys perspective, but I'm sort of, what's the mindset when, things are going as good as they were going, and then now, you guys are short bodies, you've lost some games. What's kind of the mindset in the locker room?
Yeah, I mean, the mindset is we got to keep going, we got 3 really important players out. I don't know. So it's always going to be tough when there's 3 or 4 starters out, and it's always tough. But experienced. I mean, say last year, talk about team-wise. The winning teams always go through something, and I think we're kind of experiencing that now. But we gotta learn from it, and we gotta go next game with the mentality that we can win this game, and we want to win this game.
Luka, you guys are kicking off this stretch here of 3 consecutive back-to-backs. It's 6 games in 8 days. I think it's the only stretch like that for any team this season. Have you ever gone through something like that? And just from like a physical and mental approach, how do you approach playing that many back-to-backs in a row?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I ever went through something like that. But at the end of the day, we're getting paid to do that. There shouldn't be any excuses that you're tired. You live for this. Just gotta have great recovery after every game and just keep going.
Just a lighthearted question. Do you know Thanasis, or were you hearing him say things on the side court?
Oh, yeah, I know him. I know him good, so yeah, it was friendly.
Playing the way you want to play, how close are you to that?
Oh, I know you're going to come with a tough question for me. I mean, obviously not there yet, but I think today a little bit more. Like I say, every day a little bit more, but still not there. Gotta get some things off my body, get him to feel better, and be ready.
JJ, when we speak with JJ, he acknowledged not all of the turnovers you got today were your fault, but I think this is your consecutive game with at least 5 turnovers. I guess what are you seeing out there that's leading to that, or I guess commonalities over the last 7 games that's led to that?
Yeah, I got to take care of the ball. I mean, it's the ball is the most important thing in basketball, so I got to take care of it. And obviously, they were my fault, and I got to do a better job doing that.
Just following up on Jovan's question, it sounds like you're going to push through because you paid to do it. So, do you expect to play tomorrow in Denver?
We'll see. We'll see about that one. Yeah, just don't know yet.
In terms of getting back to where you want to be, having to play these types of games where y'all are shorthanded, does it help in that regard? Just kind of get yourself back to where you want to be?
I mean, I don't know if it helps or not, which is, I would say winning helps, and we're not doing that now. So getting back to the winning stages, I think, would help me more.
Paso. ¿Qué tal, Luka? Aquí en español. Quería saber, después de estos 40 días en Los Ángeles, ¿cómo está yendo la adaptación a la ciudad a nivel personal? ¿Cómo te estás encontrando? ¿Cómo está tu ciudad de casa y todo lo demás?
Bien, yo creo que bien. Como siempre digo, cada día mejor. Me gusta el mar, así que disfruto de eso bastante. Y bueno, me voy adaptando bastante bien, creo.
Gracias.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Check this out. Most games with 45, 10, and 5 3-pointers made in Laker history. Kobe did it 3 times. LeBron has done it. And now Luka joins that exclusive elite club with, I don't know, the greatest players to ever do it.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty cool. Every night, something historic. It seems like big game around here, huh?
Well, when you have the caliber superstars, you're looking at 3 that we've had, and 2 still here.
Spoiled.
Yeah. I think Luka, might surpass Kobe beating Bryant in that department. I mean, he's got, at 26 years old, got 1 already. He got probably 10, 11, 12 years left in this league. Hopefully in the Lakers uniform, he might get to more than 3 of them, Clever. I mean, the kid has a little bit of everything in this game. So, and he has a mama mentality. He has that killer mentality, which is what I love about him.
I think that's why he and LeBron get along so well and have such great chemistry.
Yeah.
Kind of from the same mold, right?
Absolutely.
I also like what he said about, he's not there yet, but he's getting closer, right? He's very honest, and that was pretty darn good tonight.
and you can tell because some of the little 12-footers that he fakes and gets that he's a little short on. He usually knocks. Yeah. When he gets going, man, you're gonna know it.
Yeah. Only 13 games in his Laker career, by the way.
Yeah.
I also don't think there's a list that I've ever seen, whether it's NBA or Lakers, that's LeBron's not on there somewhere. Right?
And it probably won't be a list.
Every list.
Because every night that he takes the floor, there's a different record. There's a different record that's going to be broken or made or something. So, we just keep witnessing it.
You know what I liked what Luka said? It's good leadership. I feel like when they talked about the schedule, first time this has ever happened, and he kind of laughed. And but then he, put on a straight face and said, yeah, but nobody really cares about excuses, and this is what you live for, and it's going to be about recovery and, finding ways.
Yeah.
I mean, that at the end of the day, that is true. You're a hooper, and you play professional basketball, and the wear and tear is real for sure, mentally and physically, but they're going to get through it. Lakers will get through it for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, look, they have to. This is part of part of the game. It's part of the job. Unfortunately, teams go through it. All teams go through it. It's just unfortunate they're going through it right now when they were in a hot streak. But look, you got guys coming back. You know what Hayes can do. You know what Rui can do. You know what LeBron can do. So you have to keep that hope alive. You've already, like I said earlier, you've already moved up to second place. You know you're decent when you're fully capable. So you got to keep that in mind going out.
One thing we used to always say, and Clever, remember this, once you put that purple and gold on, there is no excuses. Mm-mm. There is no excuses. You come ready to play, period. And it doesn't matter who's available. You come ready to play. There's no excuses to be made when you put the purple and gold on. Go out there, play as hard as you can, try to get the W's. If you don't, get ready for the next one.
Dame Lillard and the Bucks. Roll the Lakers. Move to 0-3 on the road this trip. We'll hear from Dorian Finney-Smith on the other side. Lakers calendar, Friday, road at Nuggets. And it's returning home, taking on the Suns, Spurs, Nuggets, and Bucks. That's your stretch of 5 right there, 5 games in 7 days. Dorian Finney-Smith scored 5 points. He's with Mike in the locker room.
Dorian, what are the things that you try and think most about when you've got 3 starting front court players out and you're going to step into one of those slots? Like, what are you trying to get accomplished in something that's a difficult task?
Just be me. Go in there and, play defense and give energy and shoot the ball when I'm open, but they was the better team tonight.
Yeah, because the LA Fires, one of the games got rescheduled for this coming week, and so you've heard this, right? It's the 6 games in 8 days type thing. How do you physically, mentally prepare for a stretch like that?
Tough stretch. Never been a part of anything like it, but got to figure it out. We want to be a great team, so I feel like great teams will figure it out.
Obviously, you were held out of the Brooklyn game. Do you know about your availability for these next 3 starting tomorrow?
No, not really. Just, it's a tough stretch, like I said, so I don't really know. But all we do is try to get as many wins as we can because, we battling for seeds right now, so it's, every game important.
Do you take it day to day with how you're feeling in that physically, or do you kind of lean on advice from the training staff? Or do you trust yourself most? How does that process work for you?
A little bit of both. They trying to help me protect myself, so I just won't keep overdoing it. But we need wins, so just trying to get out there and we down guys, a bunch of guys, and it's part of playing 82 games, man. You got to figure it out.
How do you kind of balance the big picture stuff of knowing the team you guys were a week ago, when everybody was healthy and you guys were winning games and the spirit in here was what it was, versus this stretch now and being down bodies and obviously how tough it's going to be? What's the big picture approach?
A little adversity. I feel like we need it. It's going to either help us get better and or help us get better. We ain't got a lot of time with each other, so I feel like this is great for us.
Don't connect with 10 points. The only Laker outside of Luka and AR to score in double figures. Lakers lose by 20 in Milwaukee. We'll be right back with more.
Access Sports.
Big bucket ballers of the night, Byron. Who we got?
Woo! Cade Cunningham, but 38 with that Detroit Piston team that's going to be in the playoffs this year. You got to give it to him. I mean, he was balling, and then Kobe White for Chicago, doing his thing.
He's
31.
Playing great. He's been in there a couple times.
He's been good, and then we
Crazy
know,
hair.
I mean, we got some boys that are just balling. 34 and 45. 30 to 45. Our boy Luka, doing his thing.
Is that the most hair ever in the NBA?
That might be. That afro bigger than Dr. J's back in the day, man. Yeah. That's when Doctor was jumping from the free throw line.
The game's
can't win without him. Here we go.
KCP.
I will say Brook Lopez is my top impactor tonight. He created a lot of mismatches, hit some threes. Katavius.
Plus 28. Yeah.
We couldn't squeeze a Laker in there. George got a lot of hair, too.
Lost the
hair,
game.
man.
Can't squeeze one in.
Oh.
Facts.
Keyshawn George, okay.
Julian Phillips.
Hey, some Impactors had some nice games, though, Club.
Yeah.
Some nice games out there. Help that team win.
Heading to break. Wrap things up on the other side.
Access Sportsnet Lakers is